Sibo, the COO of OfferVault.com, the industry's largest affiliate offer search engine. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel for more great interviews, the latest affiliate news, and free training. Today, we have another very special guest on the show. He's the CEO and founder of HelloWoofy.com. Let's welcome to the show, Arjun Rai. How you doing, Arjun?
I'm doing well. How are you doing over there?
I'm doing well. I know I butchered your last name there. How do you pronounce it for our viewers?
Well, the first name is like
Rai,
Argentina
like
without the
rye bread.
and the
Yeah,
last one is Rye. Yeah.
Arjun Rai. Got it. Well, thanks for being on the show, man. I love your little setup here. Is this your home office or where are you?
Yeah, this is my frugal third bedroom of our apartment. I'll tell you, working from home and being remote, that's all I've been doing for the last 2-3 years. So just
Yeah.
business, all my hours of operation went up by like an hour or two.
Yeah, I was going to say, if anything, I've only gotten busier with all this shit going on.
Yeah, and to your point, I've got the whole quarantine beard going on.
Right, yeah. Yeah, well, I'm trying to look like you. I'm getting there.
Yeah.
So let's go back in time a little bit. Let's
Sure.
figure out what you were doing before HelloWoofy, and then we'll kind of talk about HelloWoofy. What were you doing before the affiliate marketing space and before the foundation of HelloWoofy in general?
Yeah, so I've always been building startups. I've always been doing my own thing as early as I can remember, and driving my parents insane. Especially my mom, she would always wonder why I would sell everything for a quarter. I was very fascinated by selling things for 25 cents. I was just fascinated with the concept of a quarter. And so long story short, for the last 12, 13 years, I've built four startups, four operations overall, all in the communication space. Social media marketing, advertising marketing. I love the agency space and especially combining that with technology. So if you think of all of the things that you've seen in Mad Men, now adding a layer of technology and artificial intelligence, machine learning, all the pizzazz that goes into startups, combining the two industries, that's really what we're doing today. Before this, I ran a venture-backed company called Workbench, which was before that known as Canvas. The idea behind that was to essentially allow creative individuals who aren't necessarily always technically savvy, but they are very creative and they just want to, move things around with their hands, almost like Minority Report, and get shit done. In our case, we wanted to build the technology that they could, allow them to do that, but across different countries, different world, businesses and whatnot. So it was a virtual canvas, and we can drag and drop people, projects, files, whatever you wanted to do, almost like they were sitting on top of your, tabletop. Unfortunately, we were too early. I learned a lot about building startups, raising venture capital, bringing on advisors, things of that nature. Also timing, making sure that you're always aligned with the market. It's good to be, ahead of the market sometimes, but in our case, we were like 3 years ahead. We were betting that touchscreens would become bigger and cheaper. And unfortunately, we ran out of cash. So I learned a lot from that and then ended up building what I'm building now.
That's great. So what was the exact moment where you really started doing the affiliate marketing stuff? I know you mentioned a lot of jobs in previous companies there. What would you attribute it back to where you first started doing it?
So affiliate marketing, it's almost like, bringing on ambassadors, people who believe in the product, people who can obviously get a kickback on selling your products. They're essentially people who are, going to talk about your product and voice the benefits of it to a community that, in our case, desperately needs it. Small businesses are getting, screwed all the time. They're getting, pushed off to the side because of lack of resources. Using our artificial intelligence, using the technology that we have for the price of a cup of coffee, and this right now we're running promos, so it's 14 cents a day. We wanted to find affiliates that could understand that could, recognize the mission of the company and then just go out and sell. So as soon as we did our AppSumo campaign a couple of months ago, which was really great. AppSumo was a great partner to get us, launched. We launched about 5 months ago. We wanted to find affiliates that could continue being ambassadors of our program, our software, and we could just give them a kickback. So we actually started relatively early, just a couple of months ago, in terms of affiliate marketing. And I would say about half of our revenue, or 40% of our revenue, comes from all of our affiliates. We have hundreds of affiliates who are working, day in and day out, promoting our products. And again, we're looking for more. We're looking for really cool people around the world who not only understand what it takes to be an affiliate, a great partner, but can understand what it's like running their own business, running, seeing other people run their own business. And we just want to help more people.
I know you mentioned get shit done. I see this slogan over your shoulder. Is that kind of a motto that you live by?
Yeah, we work pretty much 24/7. Our developer almost every week or so, my development team always asks me, when do you sleep? Because they're based in Ukraine, India, Bangladesh, Pakistan, and Mexico. So every time we do stand-ups, it's always the topic that comes up is, when do you sleep? Because as soon as they get into the office, they hear from me. As soon as they leave the office, they hear from me. So we just get shit done. We just get things done. And again, we're on a mission to support every small business, every underdog around the world with, data-driven technology. We're not going to rest until every small business owner around the world has the technology, has the means to compete with their large, gigantic competitors of the world.
I'm sure it took a lot of getting shit done when you started HelloWoofy. Why don't you tell us about the foundation of HelloWoofy, and then we'll kind of segue into what you guys do. But before we do that, tell us about the foundation. How did it go starting this company, and what was that process like for you?
Yeah, it was funny, and just in the last year and a half or 2 years, the company has nearly died 15, 20 times. I've lost count, but we made it through. In the last 5 months, we've done nearly $120,000 in sales. I put in about $170,000, including my girlfriend put in capital as well, just so that the people who are working at the company could put food on the table. So the company has really, been through a roller coaster. I think, a wilder ride than a Six Flags adventure. But we started off as a very small, humble company. We wanted to build essentially a Hootsuite on your mobile phone for influencers who were on the go. So we actually launched as a mobile app. It was all about, your phone and owning your social media marketing efforts on the phone. We quickly figured out after 10,000 downloads that people wanted the desktop. They wanted a bigger format. They wanted more real estate. And slowly but surely, we then added more artificial intelligence, more capabilities to take away the grunt work. Because at the end of the day, if you're competing with a 100-person competitor and that's their marketing team, and you have yourself, maybe an intern, maybe one social media marketing expert, there's no way you can compete on resources. So then we kind of pivoted and we said, let us add more artificial intelligence so that you can have 100% agency at your behest, at 24/7 working for you, figuring out which hashtags work, which emojis work, even auto completing the text you're typing, and optimizing that, as if you had an entire team working for you all, day in and day out. Those are the kind of things that we want to build into the foundation, so that when we build right now we have an organic product, but when we built the paid product for paid marketing or an email product for newsletters and whatnot, we had a very strong foundation that was inherently all about artificial intelligence and supporting the small business owner in different directions that we would be going in later on.
So let's go into a little more detail. I want you to give our viewers as much detail as you want about HelloWoofy. How does it work, and what affiliates are you looking for in terms of signups and helping you promote this company and product?
Well, first of all, we want affiliates who understand the mission of the business, which is to support every underdog, every marketeer, every small business owner around the world. Especially today, business owners, especially the ones who thought they had 5 years to get on digital, they needed to be on digital yesterday. We need affiliates who have a great following, a great network of restaurants. We just gave away a lot of licenses to restaurants, hotels, and gyms. We want people who can understand how to get into those marketplaces and those networks that we can help them. And it's not about money. We're happy to take a loss or give away at break even, but we want to get into those those networks and help those businesses as well. So that's the kind of affiliates that we're looking for. Now, when it comes to highlighting certain features on the product that an affiliate should definitely talk about in terms of promoting the service itself, talk about the ability to start typing your copy and say, like, for example, say, how are, and if you just stop at how are, it'll suggest the word you, and then a question mark. If you continue typing, it'll autocomplete, almost like Gmail Smart Compose. You could theoretically type an entire social media post in nanoseconds and have the right emojis, have the right hashtags, even be given the right recommendations for images that are copyright free that you could use for your post. You could be on your way to social media fame, essentially, in no time. And the thing to keep in mind, as far as affiliates should highlight, the emoji side of things, don't take my word for it. Adobe, many other companies have spent a lot of money, and they indicate through research that emojis tend to drive huge amounts of uplift in engagement. Now, we're talking not 11%, not 12%, not 18%. We're talking up to 64%. Internally, we get over 120% in terms of open rates when you use emojis, the right emojis, in subject lines of email newsletters. So you want to highlight the ability when you're typing based on 150 million conversations, we programmatically, you don't have to do any grunt work. We give you about a dozen recommendations that you can choose from. And if you don't like them, you can choose from a manual list as well of other emojis. And the other thing we do, we figure out which emojis are being used in real time as the market is shifting, as events are happening. Those emoji changes are happening as well. And on the dashboard, you'll see a very beautiful ticker that's is blinking, different emojis showing you which ones are trending and which ones are not. So it's all of this capability, data science capability that should cost you $100,000 a year will cost you 14 cents right now a day. And we want affiliates to understand that and can bring that technology to a small business owner and give them an unfair advantage in their competition.
Yeah, I know before we started recording the interview, you mentioned you also have a YouTube channel that kind of has a lot of demos if people want to go and actually see how this works in real time. Do you want to plug that channel right now so they know where to find it?
Yeah, YouTube. Go to our website, HelloWoofy.com. On the bottom of the website, you'll see all of our socials. One thing I will definitely highlight is when you go to HelloWoofy.com, on the top right, click on Content Masters. Content Masters is our Facebook group where we're asking our customers, our partners, our affiliates to join so that we can understand how can we build a better product for you. Again, we are happy to build features. We're happy to build integrations that you desperately need for your business. We've been asking our customers, what is working, what isn't working. Again, we're giving the product away for 14 cents a day. It's not a lot of money, but we want to be able to get a mass adoption of customers and small businesses that not only need the product, but then can help us build the product that they need down the road. And we've been, every month or so, every few weeks or so, we've been upgrading the platform. In a couple of weeks, in about 2 weeks, we're going to be introducing the ability to auto-complete an entire blog post. So if you, as a blog, obviously many of your viewers will know content is king. Mm-hmm. You need the ability to blog post, but many of your viewers may not have the time. What if we could bring you the ability to auto-complete as you're typing, give you suggestions of sentences and words, even optimize for SEO? All that capability is coming to you, and it will come to you in a couple of weeks and allow you to do it in nanoseconds.
That's a really cool product. I'm sure a lot of our viewers are going to find a lot of use out of what you guys are doing. So I know you said the quarantine life hasn't really changed your setup much. If anything, it's made you a little busier, but segueing.
Just the beard has made it longer.
Yeah, the beard's a little long. Me and you both lost our razors apparently.
Yeah.
But my next question is, where do you see the internet marketing world heading over the next 6 months, the next year, the next 5 years? What's your opinion on where this industry is going?
So a lot of businesses, tens of millions of businesses thought that they had years to adopt digital and had decades perhaps to adopt social media and any form of, digital marketing and not just social media itself. Today, if you're not doing it right this second, if you didn't do it last week, if you didn't do it yesterday or an hour ago, you are way, way behind your competition. And to be honest, every couple of years, every couple of decades, there's this cleansing of businesses and, the recessions kind of reset everything. But there is no excuse for you to not take advantage of the free tools. Social media management or social media itself is free. It's upon you to create the content. It's upon you to create the graphics and whatnot. If we can help you do that, then there is no reason why you should not be taking advantage of a platform that will cost you for a limited time 14 cents a day to do the content side of things, create the copy side of things. All you have to do is just take the initiative. And so you'll see more and more businesses taking advantage. We just integrated TikTok, for example, a couple of weeks ago. If you're not on TikTok, why are you not using a platform like HelloWoofy? You don't have to use HelloWoofy, but we're one of the few, if not the only ones that do TikTok integration, as well as a social media management platform, as well as artificial intelligence, as well as machine learning, all in one platform for 14 cents a day. There is no tool out there that's better. And if there is, tell me about it. But you should be using social media to get ahead. And that's where the businesses are going.
So sticking on this concept, what would you tell a new affiliate who's just kind of getting started in this space? Would you say they should really be focusing on social, or where would you tell them to really focus their efforts in order to find success?
Yeah, you should be focusing on social and social media marketing from an organic standpoint, from a paid marketing standpoint. One of the second biggest traction channels for us is Facebook ads. Facebook ads are great in terms of figuring out exactly what your core customer is and then finding other core customers like that by the millions. And we're going to be introducing products around that as well, making it so simple that your 10-year-old could be launching an advertising campaign on Facebook in no time. Right now, your 10-year-old can launch an organic campaign, schedule content to come out every single day, every single week, and never, leave your social media feeling like it's, crickets are chirping. You'll be able to do that with paid marketing as well. That's kind of where the industry is going. You want to take advantage of these tools today. You want to take advantage of the technology available today, especially at the price points that they're available at. Everyone, not just our business, wants to help small businesses. You should be taking advantage of everything that's happening on the internet and do it now. There's no time to be wasted.
And when you get new affiliate signups coming in, what are the key qualities you're looking for in those signups in order for that affiliate to get approved to the HelloWoofy affiliate program?
So we're looking for networks. We're looking for people who have vast amount of following. If you have a Facebook group, in fact, if you have an education component where you're actually going out and teaching small businesses on how to be digital first, how to create content, how to schedule content on social media, how to even use social media overall, you would be a perfect affiliate for us because we're a quick plug and play. You get 30% of the affiliate fees in terms of within the first 37 days. And that's the highest pay that I know of, 30%. Most of our competitors give you 10%, maybe 5% of their monthly fees. Again, we're not making a lot of money. It's 14 cents a day of fees. We're giving you the entire year's worth of fees at 30%. And so we're looking for people who have a lot of following. They understand the small business space. They understand on how to reach restaurants, business owners, coaches. Coaches are really good for us. Facebook group admins, they're really good for us as well in terms of adopting platforms, direct sellers, direct marketers, and so on and so forth.
So the affiliate would sign up, and essentially when they would make a sale of your platform and your product, that's when they would get the 30% kickback.
Yep, we have a landing page. All they have to do is share your link, and we do all the grunt work after that. We track the sale. We give you the percentage 37 days after. Obviously, for the 30 days, they have to stay with us, and then the 7 days allows us to make sure that you get paid.
Arjun, I know you've been in the startup game forever. I'm really curious about your answer to this next one.
Sure.
What is your definition of success? Because I'm sure, like you said, you've had a lot of highs and lows with just this company, not to mention all the other companies you've worked on. So how do you define success?
It's an interesting question. It used to be monetary, but today it's more about fulfillment. Being able to support every business owner around the world with technology that could give them an absolute unfair advantage with a categorically new tool that just feels beautiful to use and feels great to use. It's not clunky. It's very much pixel perfect. And it's a lot of fun to use. I mean, that is not something that Salesforce or many other leading SaaS companies can say. They don't say it's, using your platform is gamified or it's fun to use. Like it's a part of the job. And so fulfillment along the lines of making sure that products are being shipped out that give every small business owner the ability to compete and put food on their table, with knowing the satisfaction that they made data-driven decisions that day. They took data-driven decisions on marketing and copywriting or whatever that little effort they did. They did so without, spending hundreds of millions of dollars of their own money that they don't have. They did it because of talent. And that's really what the platforms come down to. And we're just getting started we're only 5 months old. Organic marketing is where we're starting. Content marketing is where we're going next. Email marketing, paid marketing, that's all going to be the same effort. And we want to allow the small business owner to be able to, compete on talent, not on budgets. And that's where I get my fulfillment from.
Can you share with us a specific moment, maybe in the past few years, that you at the time saw as a big failure? You were not proud of it, but it kind of led to where you are today, and it was a huge learning experience. Was there like a specific moment in time that jumps out at you like that?
Yeah, firing my co-founder, who was a friend of 6 years almost, who was introduced to me by another friend I went to college with, and unfortunately, the situation ended both friendships. And unfortunately, he was not a good fit for the company. He was, not a good, culture fit for the company either, and he just didn't have the experience that was necessary to really push this boulder up the hill. Or actually in this case, a mountain. So letting go of someone, and obviously that felt like it was a failure in and of itself from a personal standpoint. But at the end of the day, you kind of have to fire people. You kind of have to move on. You kind of just have to move forward and do what you need to do. And what I needed to do was take the $12,000 in the bank, and less than that, and somehow find a full-time job and use everything I had coming from that job and my credit cards, my savings, and save this company. And we saved the company. Today, we've generated, like I told you earlier, nearly $120,000 in sales in 5 months of releasing the product into the wild. And so that's a lot of gratification. That's a lot of feeling very blessed to be in this position. And I wish every small business owner, especially in this economy, we're doing incredibly well. Every week we're increasing sales. I want that for every small business owner. If there's any way we can help you get to that point, email me, reach out to me. I'll give you the resources. I'll mentor, whatever it requires to get your business up there. If I have obviously the time and resources to do that, I will do that.
What's one of the best investments you've made? Is it this high-tech microphone we see in the corner of the screen? Is it a huge 5 monitors in front of you, I'm assuming, something like that? Or is it a change in the way you think and go about your day? Either way, something you could share with our viewers that maybe they can take away from this interview, apply to their own life, something you consider to be a really good investment that you did.
It was almost a decade ago, a book called The Secret by Rhonda Byrne, which is based off another book, which is 100 years old, called Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. And it's all about mindset. It's not about hocus pocus, you think about something, it'll happen. It's all about mindset. Whether you are positive or not, whether you treat people in a positive way or not, whether you think about your vision, which is, someone once very famously said, a vision is a dream with a plan, not just a dream. How you go about any of those things I mentioned, it really sets the foundation for anything you're doing, whether it's the Ironman course, whether you're building a startup, whether you're going into a relationship. It's super important that you have complete control over your mind, because at the end of the day, your mind can be your greatest friend or not. And if you're positive about it, if you're controlled about it, you could take on the entire world, which is exactly what, you're seeing the banner above me. I remember when I ordered this from Staples, it was like $40, but I looked at it for an hour. I was like, holy crap. We've done it.
I have a banner.
It's a banner, right? And when I got this t-shirt, I was like, this t-shirt is such a big deal. When I got the sticker over here,
right.
I tend to be very nostalgic. I have a car here I just ordered from eBay, which is the Rolls-Royce
Nice.
Ghost, and I was like, one day I'm gonna make it and get this, the full size of this. And
that's your reminder.
That's my reminder. I just, it's $25, but you gotta position yourself with not only the things you have around you, but with the people you have around you to get to that point. You are the average of the 5 people you hang around, whether it's remote or virtual or in person. Mindset is super important. And so if I can tell anyone about what you can take away the ability to remove the things that are not helping you move forward and add things even more so that are helping you move forward, and work with smarter people than you. You should be the dumbest person in the room.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I know you mentioned your developers and your colleagues ask, like, when do you sleep? You're always working. So this next question might be a little rhetorical, but do you have any free time? And B, if you do, what do you like to do during your free time? Or is working really your passion and what you do all the time you're awake?
I'm a nerd. I like playing Halo and GTA in my free time. I just like to, vent my whatever happened that day, just by playing online. But lately I've been trying to, put more hours in the day, starting with 1, maybe 2 hours in a day, just to, for myself, now that the company is generating revenue on a day-to-day basis, pretty much on its own. But the job isn't done yet, and it's not going to be done for another 10 years or so. We want to build this into the next Salesforce for the underdog marketeer. There's a lot of work to be done. There's no opportunity for me to take off an entire day. Even if I could, I wouldn't, because I'm such a workaholic.
Mm-hmm.
And not only do the employees and the people who work for me, appreciate that, but our investors appreciate that, and they see the level of hard work that all of us are putting into it. It's not just me. The credit goes to the team that we're putting into making sure that we're building the next big thing.
What would you tell a young adult coming out of college right now, in terms of how they should approach the real world and some things they should focus on in order to start the path of a successful career?
Start now. In fact, what the hell is wrong with you? You started yesterday. You should have started last year. Like, just get started. One of the benefits that I reap today of having started so early at 16 is that I know exactly how not to do things. In fact, I now know from people that are mentors and people I've put around me as advisors on how not to do things. You should have an advisory board for your personal, your personal reasons. You should have an advisory board for your professional reasons. And if you're starting a company, which honestly, by the end of college, you should be on your second company. You should have failed twice at least, or 3 times. Even if it's a lemonade stand, build a lemonade stand at 10 years of age. Make sure it's accepting Bitcoin. Make sure it's accepting credit cards. Don't be like the kid down the block that's only accepting coins and cash. Make your lemonade with lavender. Go exotic. Add mint in it. Be different. Whatever you do, be different. And then if you fail at it, that's fine. Use the learnings from that and build next big thing. Maybe you don't build a lemonade stand. You build the orange juice stand. Whatever you do, just keep doing it. Keep moving forward. And one of the benefits of that is that in 10 years, you'll know exactly how not to do things and how to do things. Today, we're in a position where we know how to do affiliate marketing, thanks to you as well for being a great partner. We know how to build landing pages for a couple $100s and generate tens of thousands of dollars off of that. We know how to use Fiverr, very efficiently to get things done that would cost, thousands of dollars to get it done for a couple $100s. Those are little things that mentors of mine taught me, and that's just how you learn. This is the cycle of life.
I'm starting to think you might be a lemonade connoisseur with that lavender and mint drop that you had there.
Oh, I love lavender and mint. Yeah, absolutely. I saw it in a restaurant somewhere, and I was like, this is the weirdest thing ever. So I love cooking and keeping different things and different cultures and seeing what works and what doesn't work.
So let's go back to social media here. Yeah. What are some bad recommendations that you hear other people making that when you hear them, you're like, why are people saying that? I don't agree with that. Is there anything in that social media world that jumps out to you like that?
One of the things that our competition always likes to say is that we take care of optimizing your day and time for social media posting, which is complete BS, because what they do is they take a look at a broad set of users, and they say, okay, Tuesday may work for this reason, and Wednesday may work for this reason. We're actually working on technology that we call is the DNA of a customer, to figure out exactly why did that post do really well, and then giving you inferences on the future. So is it because of the nouns, the adjectives, the spacing, the quotation marks, the images, the use of emojis, the hashtags? We're looking at it from almost an Eastern holistic medicine approach, which is taking a look at the core of the issue, not a Western medicine way, which is just putting a Band-Aid on it and hoping it goes away. I'm a huge Ayurvedic buff and Chinese medicine buff, so that's kind of where I go coming from. We want to be able to build technology that figures out exactly why did that do really well, and then giving you inferences about Tuesday may work this week, but next week, Tuesday may not work because it's right up against a holiday, and historically that did not do so well. Our competition likes to say every Tuesday may work at this time, or Wednesday may work at this time. That is not a holistic approach. That is not a natural approach to doing anything. And it always comes up in conversations, and I'm always saying, stay tuned. We're building technology to figure this out for you, and it's going to be way more powerful than anything our competition's been saying. And on the flip side, I always recommend using emojis. Even if you don't know what emojis to use, just choose your favorite ones. Just get started. Studies show emojis. We're visual creatures. We're going back to the era of hieroglyphics, right? We were on a TV show, and I mentioned this on Meet the Drapers, saying, hieroglyphics and every other, cuneiform, all of these cultures have always used visual means to communicate. We're going back to that, and we're obviously building artificial intelligence around giving the best recommendations. You get started with these trends before they become huge trends, and you're getting lost in the void. I would say, keep that trend in mind. A lot of people are not talking about this.
Well, I got one more question for you, and based off of everything you've shared with us, I'm assuming it might be a little bit of a loaded answer, but what is one or a few of your favorite achievements so far?
Favorite achievement is definitely saving this company from where it was and seeing it through, like seeing a goal, setting a goal, seeing the goal through, go all the way, and realizing the dream or the vision, and just making the plan as we're going along. I think that's probably the biggest accomplishment. Where we were a year ago or even 2 years ago, we didn't think we would have an office like this. We didn't think we'd be generating $10,000, $15,000 a month in revenue, recurring revenue. I think the accomplishment is the ability to believe in yourself, your own mindset, and then putting that to test and seeing whether it works or not. And obviously in this case, HelloWoofy worked really well. We have other projects like emoji data and word data that are working really well. We're looking for partners who need autocomplete technology in their platforms. That's the achievement, I think, that kind of will leave the legacy that I want for the next generation, is seeing this company through and become the next big thing.
Arjun, you've been a fantastic guest. I'd love to have you back anytime. Before
Sure.
we let you get out of here, we're going to play a little game I like to call the OfferVault Hot Seat.
Okay, let's do it.
Here's how it works. We're just going to ask you 5 simple but challenging would you rather questions, not related to internet marketing at all. We just want to get to know you a little bit better as a person.
All right, let's do it.
Question 1. Would you rather only be able to whisper or only be able to shout?
Only be able to whisper.
Because if you're always shouting, you can't keep anything to yourself, right?
Right, and also my throat will start hurting, and sometimes you only want to share with the people around you, and sometimes you want to share with other people. And so if I want to share with other people, I'll use a megaphone.
Right, good point. That's the founder CEO brain right there. Question number 2: would you rather have a time machine that only goes backwards in time, or a time machine that only goes forwards in time?
I would go forward, because I believe, and I'm a firm believer in this, that history repeats itself with different players. And so I already know what the history has shown me, and I can make better use of those lessons going forward.
Question 3: would you rather be filthy rich but have to be Paris Hilton's assistant, or dirt poor but get to be anyone's assistant of your choice?
The latter, and that's because I'm a huge believer of learning from people around you, and I work for people who are amazing entrepreneurs, and just learning through osmosis is a lot more gratifying than just having a huge bank account.
You're doing great. Usually I gotta get explanations out of people, but you're on it right now. Let's keep this going. Question 4: would you rather be trapped in a small room with 10,000 spiders for 10 minutes, or would you rather have to eat 10 spiders in 10 minutes? And let's just say they're daddy long legs. They're not tarantulas.
Oh my God, can I pass on this one? Because I'm not a huge spider fan at all. I would probably say stay trapped with them, because I would figure out.
Wow. 10,000 spiders for 10 minutes.
Yeah,
See, I would just yeah, I would just throw them back and get them down and get out of there quick.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you were an anti-spider guy, so I'm really glad I picked that one. That's why it's the hot seat. Here's the last question. Question 5: would you rather use eye drops made of habanero pepper oil or toilet paper made of extra rough sandpaper?
I would say toilet paper made of sandpaper, because somehow or the other I would figure out a way to make it softer. I might put water on it, or I'll make it useful.
All right, cool. We'll accept that. We don't need more of an explanation on that one. Arjun, again, fantastic guest, really insightful information. And before we wrap up this interview, just want to give you the floor. This is your time to tell our viewers any final thoughts about HelloWoofy or any of your companies. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, first of all, if you haven't already worked with Josh, check his website out. OfferVault is great, has been a great partner. I know you've offered to do a blog post as well for us, which I need to get back to you on. But you've been a great partner, and you've been great all along the way. So definitely check out OfferVault. As far as our company is concerned, we want to support every underdog around the world. If there's anything that we can do in terms of social media marketing, in terms of getting your resources, especially today, to fend off the big companies, the big conglomerates of the world with unlimited marketing resources, let us know. Email me personally at Arjun, ARJUN, at HelloWoofy.com. You can reach out to Josh if you have trouble finding us as well, or just Google us. And we're happy to give you licenses. We're running a lifetime deal right now, $49 a year, just less than $4, 14 cents a day. That technology should be priced at hundreds of thousands of dollars. We want to give you, the small business owner, an unfair advantage with a categorically new product. So if there's something we can do for you to help you get ahead in terms of social media marketing, find more sales, find more streams of revenue, let us know, and we'll build a product for you. Join the Content Masters Facebook group. Just go to facebook.com, look for Content Masters, and join. And in the description itself, say you saw us on OfferVault.
For Arjun from HelloWoofy.com and myself, Josh from OfferVault, let's make that paper. Let's make that dough. This was the Affiliate Marketing Show. We'll see you next time. Thanks, Arjun.
Thank you.